I'm Dave Haley with New Hampshire sports page, N8sportspage.com. We're here in Plymouth today for a matchup of unbeaten teams in Division 4 at the house that KG Kevin Gray and the Duke Troy Latouche built back in the 80s. It's a matchup of unbeatens 2-0 Trinity versus 2-0 Plymouth. This is also a rematch of last year's championship game won by the Pioneers. Key things to watch for in this game today: Carmen Petruzzi is a very talented quarterback for Trinity. He has a stable of running backs that includes Austin Chambers, Ryan Carrier, and Psycho Baugh. Last week in a blowout when Trinity used 15 different ball carriers, today they'll probably use 5 or 6. We're going to have highlights of the game, a recap at halftime, and then after the game I'm going to have an interview with the winning coach and players from that team as well. On the other side of the ball, Plymouth is led by their quarterback Colin Sullivan and running back Brandon Goodale and wide receiver Ryan Farina. Right now, the weather right now is in the 60s, so it shouldn't be a factor as far as heat or depth right now. That advantage would go to Trinity, but a good crowd coming on now, and as I said before, we're going to have highlights of the first half coming up, a recap at halftime, and then after the second half, highlights followed by interviews after the game. This is the Woodland Credit Union game of the week between Plymouth and Trinity. Enjoy the first half, and we'll be back at halftime for a recap. At halftime, and it's a surprise. After a slow-moving first period where neither team could really move the ball, Plymouth absolutely took off. Colin Sullivan at quarterback's been fantastic. He scrambled for 10 yards and then for 20 yards to get them their first touchdown, and then he connected with Brandon Goodale on their last touchdown. Turnovers have really plagued Trinity. They started moving the ball. Steve Burns, their head coach, adjusted by running between the tackles, but they turned the ball over twice on kickoffs, the last one by Ryan Carrier. So again, 29-8 at the half. Again, we're going to have post-game interviews after this game with the winning coaches and winning players. 36-14 final score. Plymouth with it. Is it too early in the season to call this a huge win over Trinity, Coach?
Come on, give us a break. We're still fighting for a playoff berth. You know, it's a big win, that's for sure.
Brandon,
but we got a long ways to go. You know, this is next week we're Hanover, then Wyndham and Laconia. You know, long way to go. Long way to go.
Yeah.
If I could get it through, we'd be practicing on Sunday if I had my way. Too many mistakes out there.
Brandon Goodell joining us with Colin Sullivan. I was saying to Colin earlier, this is big for you guys, beating a team that you hadn't beaten before.
Yep, I mean, we're 0-3 against those guys, so it definitely felt good to get the win. There's not many teams that we've played that we haven't gotten. We wanted it more this week. We worked hard, so, I mean, that's what happens.
It was a slow first quarter. Both teams kind of struggling to move the ball. You had the big fake punt, the block of the punt, but weren't able to converge on it. Seemed like one of the bigger plays of the game was that scramble you had on 4th down for 20 yards down the right sideline. You were up at the time, but that was a huge momentum shift.
Yeah.
It kept the ball away from them, and you guys went in to score on that.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at it, it was 4th and 12, and I knew exactly where the first down marker was, so I knew where I had to go. So I got to the sideline, knew that I had to keep on going, so I just kept on trucking and ended up getting the first down, which was huge, so it was good.
Yeah. Coach, was there anything that happened today that, you know, I know the turnovers were key, but anything you guys did systematically that was different from the championship?
Well, you know, the turnover is certainly key, but, you know, what we did is, you know, we established that running game and did a pretty good job of that, and then, you know, you get to do that, and then the quarterback can make some big plays for you. It helps unbelievable. It also helps, of course, the defense stepping up and playing a great game. And, you know, we gave them that score on the special teams, but, you know, it's just a total team effort. So, you know, we got a lot of improvement to do, but we're happy with it, believe me.
Yeah, so Brandon's big. You got the interception.
Yep.
I think you had a receiving and a rushing touchdown as well.
Not just the receiving, but...
Did you run the 50-50 raffle at halftime too?
No, I did not. But, I mean, it's a team game. Everybody slowly made a great read on that. We got it open. The fullback doesn't usually go out on that play, but it was wide open, so we got it done.
Congratulations, you guys, huge win. Woodlands Credit Union Game of the Week. Plymouth, big win over Trinity here in Division 4. Here from our Woodlands Credit Union Game of the Week, 36-14, surprisingly one-sided win here for Plymouth. Brandon Goodell, as you saw, and Colin Sullivan were the stars of the day, but it was an all-around effort. The defense fantastic, and turnovers really hurt Trinity badly. So signing off for our Game of the Week again, I'm Dave Haley for John Kesty. We hope you catch up with us next week when we return with our Game of the Week next Friday night.